Yeah, welcome you all to our collective calls. Today's Thursday, today's Thursday apparently, because we hold such calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And yeah, hosting today's meeting, myself, Ivan, and we got two projects here to present a pitch deck, to answer questions, the usual stuff. So I already introduced myself, and let me introduce our speakers. So firstly, we got Bilal, founder of Battleground bot project, and Akshay, CEO at ChimpX AI project.
Okay, guys. First of all, thanks for the opportunity, and I'm here to present ChimpX AI. It's an confidential AI trading engine. What we are trying to solve is that DeFi problem that we have right now. So DeFi, the growth we have seen in the last couple of years is tremendous, but with the number of blockchain bridges, indexes, and whatnot, there are a whole lot of DeFi protocols. DeFi has become complicated for the average user, for the entry-level Web3 user, or someone who is switching from Web2 to Web3, and DeFi is unsecure as well. So, right, the user experience of DeFi is broken now, and people are falling every day into new kind of hacks. So it has become unsecure for average Joe right now. Coming to ChimpX AI, what we're trying to build is an AI agent that will not just help you navigate DeFi, but manage every task that you can think of in DeFi at one single interface, and which is a chatbot. So it's a hub of DeFi apps. So you can bridge, you can trade, you can invest, you can do transaction bundling, and not just these things. There are a hell lot of other DeFi things that you can do as well, like buying an ENS domain, or maybe lend, borrow, repay, manage your portfolio, everything via the ChimpX AI agent. So apart from this, we also have other features like you can research about token info, any token that you can think of on 12 plus blockchains, which we are supporting from the get-go. All the tokens can be found right here on the dashboard. Just type it with the agent, just chat with it, and it will give you all the information that is required, from TVL to market cap, what is the current price, holders, and everything. There is DeFi intents. You can also train your the agent in the future as well with us, and figure out on more DeFi intents that can be figured out with this. And portfolio management is already there. So how does it work? So the Chimp AI intent engine, we find the trade intent, and there are three products that we have already built and integrated with it, which is the Chimp layer, Chimp text, and Chimp launchpad. So it'll find the what the user has user intent is, and it will find the best bridge, the best DEX to trade for, and also invest via the launchpad or via the Aave or different kind of DeFi protocols. And there are some DeFi protocols that we have integrated within by default. So whenever you try to do all these kind of activities, it will take the default protocol, but you can also mention the name and use it as well. Okay, so we have suite of infrastructure projects. So the whole problem of DeFi becoming unusable in the user experience, making it simple, we have done it via the AI agent. But how to make it secure? So we have built our Chimp exchange, which is the swap, confidential swap on 10 protocol. It's an encrypted L2. So we have integrated this with the ChimpX AI agent. What it does is, basically, let's say you have a lot of USDC, USDT, or any kind of asset sitting in your wallet, which leads to hacker tracking your wallet and trying to send you links which you can click on, and then emptying your wallet. So with the confidential swap, you can just ask the AI agent to convert your USDT or any asset that you have into dark USDT or USDC. So what it'll do is, it'll take the funds and convert it into a dark token, which will be not visible for the any hackers. So basically, all of these things are integrated within the Chimp XAI agent. Let me show you the product itself. So how does it work? So here is the alpha product. That is right now live for our VC partners and VCs to try it on. So what it can do is, you can just ask the agent to trade, let's say 0.05 ETH or Arbitrum to USDT. Okay, so I've given a specific instruction. So it has to trade 0.05 ETH on Arbitrum to USDT, and I'll put my command here. So you for now, for the average user, they don't have to figure out which bridge to use, which DEX to use, which link. They don't have to figure out where to go. Everything will be done via the engine, and I'll confirm the transaction here. So whichever wallet you connect with, it will ask for the confirmation, and it is showing me right now. I think if you cannot see my MetaMask, it shows showing me 0.03 cent of fees. I'll just confirm, and the transaction is been. Oh, I'll show you my the confirmation of the SF that have been traded. Activity has been done, and I traded 0.05 ETH, and which has been converted to USDT directly. So this opens the lot of ways for users to navigate into DeFi and not figure out which bridge, DEX, or protocol to use to stake. You cannot just do this. There are a whole lot of other things that can be done via this, which is swap. You can do swap commands, you can do bridge commands, you can do cross-chain swaps. Like you can even mention you have to bridge 20 USDT to Ether from Arbitrum to Ethereum. So whatever network and asset that you need, you can just tell the bot to do, and it will do it for you. And it'll find the shortest and lowest fees possible. It can wrap, unwrap, it can register ENS domains, it can deposit your funds to Aave and other protocols as well to get you an APR. It can lend, borrow, and repay. So we have a hub of DeFi apps that are integrated within the project. I'll just come back to the raising part. So we are raising 400K in seed round at 8 million fully diluted value, and we already have our LaunchPad and exchanges on board. Right now, we have 2 hard commitments and looking to close this round within Feb. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure there are lots of questions to you. And guys, remind you real quick that I posted all the contact details in the chat as well. So if you want to get in contact with Akshay, feel free to check it out and get in contact after the call or during it. So yeah, to Q&A, guys, expecting your questions. So yeah, we already received one. I'm reading it right now. With the 12 plus blockchains supported, how do you ensure smooth bridging in swaps without running into speed or security issues?
Yes, so the speed part obviously depends upon the bridges that we use. So the AI intent engine will always take the best bridge, which is the fastest and provides the lowest fees. And the security issues are currently being so we have a partner who will make sure that whenever there's a trade happening or a transaction happening, whenever there's a change, let's say a hacker tries to manipulate the transaction or add their code into our code, it will just stop the transactions at once. So it looks for if there's any change being done in the transaction or at the code, so it just stops the transactions.
Okay, thank you for answering this one. I also have a question, actually. So I'm sorry. What makes you unique among competitors in this field? Because there are multiple platforms trying to do the same thing. So what ChimpX AI makes it like a hot, unique platform compared to others in DeFi space?
Yes, so we are not focusing on providing users as many features as possible, because there is no limit to that. It can go forever. We are trying to make it simple for the average Joe in the Web3 space, and AI. The ChimpX AI is just one part of it. It makes DeFi a whole lot simpler, but we have a pro version which is similar to other GMG and Bolex, which lets you trade and snipe tokens really fast. So we have a pro version coming as well, which will be very different. We'll be coming and launching it on Solana ecosystem in the Q2 beginning, and that is also combined with the Chimp AI, and both of these will target 2 set of audiences. One is who is an average user who just want no complications in DeFi and wants a secure trade bridging experience, and the pro version will be targeting towards traders. So we'll cater both of these markets together.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you for answering that. And I really see that you're trying to simplify the process of bridging. It's kind of convenient and low entry level to me. So yeah, kind of like that. Okay, and another question for me. So do you have any backers, advisors, public supporters so far?
Yes, we have 2 accelerators who supported us throughout the journey. One of them is Brink. and the second one is Pivot. With Brink, we onboarded Boba Accelerator as well, and we were one of the project that led the entire acceleration. We were able to generate 250K of volume within a span of 2 weeks, and we are live on Linea as well as 10 protocol. So the backers has been 10 as well. So 10 protocol, the CPO of 10 is also one of the backers, and Darren, who is also the ecosystem head of Vana, which is also into privacy and AI. So they are also one of the backers we have. Currently, yeah, these are some of the backers that we have.
Okay, thanks. Guys, looking forward to your questions as well. Feel free to put them in the chat.
Yes, absolutely. If you have any questions, you can also ping me, and we can have a chat later on.
Yeah, of
Thank you.
course. I also left your email. Hopefully is the correct one, or you can like double it.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I see a question from Bernard. So you have any plans for audits?
Yes, we do have. We have talked to a couple of leading auditors, Hacken, Coil Audits, and others. We already have a group with them. So just, once the beta product is ready to launch, we'll get the audits done in time as well before the main launch.
Super cool. And do you have any further plans? What about the roadmap and this year? Sorry, Bernard, I see a question. Oh yeah, so
Yeah, I should just share the details. So yeah, about the roadmap, you are meant to ask about the roadmap, right? The
yes.
next, yeah, yeah. So with ChimpX AI, we have the alpha product live as you can do any transaction. It's live on the mainnet, 12 plus blockchains. Solana will be shortly live as well. So you could just think about trading tokens. So then entry level Web3 user who just comes in and just want to buy a meme token or something, right? They just have to chat. They don't have to figure out how to set up a wallet. They can have any wallet with the fund. Like let's say they have Ether or BNB or anything on their wallet. They can just ask the ChimpX AI, okay, buy me this Trump token or buy me this, and it will do it for them. Choosing the best route possible and giving them that asset. Plus, once the alpha product is tested and we have got enough feedback, we'll go live with the beta launch, which is planned towards the end of mid of March. And moving forward after that, we have planned for TGE. So we have most of our launch pads on the public sale side closed, and exchanges is closed as well. We have MXC and Gate both onboarded. So we will be targeting to launch towards the March of end or April beginning when we do our TGE. And after that, the main product is the pro version of ChimpX AI, which lets you, snipe tokens, do all of these things with the help of AI in blinks. And it has a very unique model. I cannot reveal what kind of model that we have because it is because we have a lot of competitors in the market. But I'm pretty sure that once it goes live, it will capture the good market share in the Solana ecosystem as well.
Okay, that's super great. Actually, it was a pleasure having you, but that's all time we have for the Q&A. So,
thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. That was actually from ChimpX AI project. If you want to get in contact, just feel free to check out our chat section or the description of the video. So yeah, we are moving on. We got second project to present the pitch, and it is Tom Battleground. And I have founder Bilal El Alami representing this. So Bilal, thank you for coming.
Hey guys, thanks for the invite. Thanks for having me with you today. So we're going to talk about gaming, far from DeFi, a little bit of more fun. Gaming on Telegram. You might think that it's outdated, but wait to see what I'm going to show you. So basically, me and my co-founders, Samuel and Benjamin, we started a gaming company building mid-core games on Telegram after meeting each other at a hackathon in Paris. What's really interesting about us is that me, myself, I've been an entrepreneur for the past 7 years. I successfully built and sold a fintech company. I've been actively investing in more than 50 companies the past 7 years. I got a little bit bored, so I wanted to start a project of my own again. I actually built a video game that is the biggest game on the blockchain Tezos and played in 80 countries. We've done quite a big Series A, and I actually sold part of my participation to Ubisoft. And what's amazing on Samuel and Benjamin's side is that they've been developing games since 2016, having their own gaming studio. And them too, they've been developing quite some crazy games for other people, and they wanted to have their own game. Our conviction on Telegram is that, very simply, on Steam and Discord, you have about 200 million monthly active users. And on Telegram, you have 1 billion monthly active user. So now that we have found a way to create high graphics multiplayer games on Telegram, not what you've seen in regards of like tap to earn, hyper casual games, we believe there is a huge momentum to build on that platform, where we are the first mover on what I'm going to show you. And with a potential 5 times more players than Steam and Discord. Why do I take Discord? Because the gaming has become increasingly social, and before being like a super app that can launch game, Telegram was obviously a messaging app. So what's crazy is that it merged both Steam and Discord's feature. We launched the demo game on the 12th of December. And we've been in soft launch since 2 days ago, and actually in 1 hour we're officially launching the game. The only difference is that we've been the past months improving the graphic, the latency, some of the features in the game. And today we are launching the monetization and the retention part. Even though without any retention, in a month we've aggregated actually 100,000 monthly active users totally organically. We haven't done any marketing. We just did an event in Paris where we released the game, and as you see, it became viral. So what you see in blue is the first connection of people, and what you see in yellow is the reconnection. So very quickly, more people were reconnecting every day than new people were coming in. And we've reached an aggregated time for all the players of 6 years in 1 month. So 3 million minutes were played. The average reconnection per player is 5 times, and the average session time per player is a little bit more than 30 minutes. Also, another thing that is interesting is that since Telegram is mobile and PC, the game is by design multi-platform. I'm going to launch it on my computer, and you're going to see. And very quickly, we were able to attract quite an international community. Regarding the monetization, I mean, we're the first multiplayer first-person shooter game on Telegram, and so we kind of replicated what you can find on Call of Duty, Fortnite, PUBG, in terms of monetization tricks. The game is, you could say, fully Web 2 in the sense that there is no NFTs in regards of in-game skins and the payment is not related to the token. It's entirely a fiat payment. But the idea is to have the token to kind of refuel the narrative of play to earn, since now the game is multiplayer and people are competing against real player. And so we're introducing a token to kind of manage the access and the prize pool of those tournaments from this play to earn aspect. Like I was saying, the idea is for people to lock tokens to access the tournaments and compete. And by competing, they can win more token. How do we incentivize those prize pools? Very classic. We're going to use about 15% of our revenue to keep incentivizing those prize pools. Just finishing on that, what's really particular with us is that since my co-founders come from virtual reality, they've been building game on high constraints device. And on Telegram, you have high constraints, as you need to be able to boot a game in 15 megabytes, where most of the games that are downloaded on your iPhone are about 4 gigabytes. So this gives us a huge first mover advantage and a technology that really nobody has so far. And the ask is that we are raising a 1 million fundraising safe with a 3% token supply that is granted pro rata the investment. We have already secured and got the money for half of that, and it's still very open. As I'm going to show you, as I told you, the game has already more than 100,000 monthly active users since the demo was launched about a month and a half ago. And we are on track to raise about 3 million by next summer in order to keep improving the game, add new maps, add new game modes. There is a huge advertising potential as well. And the idea for us is to list the token by this summer and keep auto-incentivizing the ecosystem. So you can scan this code and access the game, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like in reality.
I'm sorry, Bilal, we don't have time for that. You know, the time is already up, 5 minutes.
You can ask your question, and as I show you the game if you want.
Okay, as you wish, guys. Now we're starting the Q&A section. Feel free to put all your questions in the chat, or just raise your hand, and kind of reminding you that I posted all the contact details in the chat as well. So you can find TG an email or Bilal as well, so you can get in contact. And yeah, to Q&A part.
I'm all ears.
Okay, as you're waiting for questions, let me be the first one addressing this. So who's your target audience?
Our target audience are mostly the players of Call of Duty, PUBG, and Fortnite. Why it might sound that we are competing against those games, but in reality, not really. Because our game session times, independently of the game modes, are about 5 minutes. So we are kind of a mid-core game with kind of an hyper-casual approach. Whereas when you're playing Fortnite, you're playing at least for like 30 minutes. So we're not. We don't have really the same approach as Fortnite, because for a 5-minute game session, you can play wherever you want, basically.
Okay, but what makes
and in terms of
like how can you cut the piece of cake from those giants? Because apparently there is a steady user base in those games. So how you're going to bring those users here in your project?
Yeah, so I rephrase. Basically, we're not competing against those guys because those guys are console games that you play for at least 30 minutes. So you can only play those games when you're at home and in front of your TV and with your console. And our game doesn't need to be downloaded. You can play for 5 minutes. So when they're not at home, those guys are going to basically play our game.
Okay, as you say so. We got question in the chat, so let me read that. What strategies do you have in place to ensure long-term retention beyond the initial novelty, especially as more studios enter the space?
That's where we introduce kind of the competitive part. As I was saying in the deck, 15% of our revenue will be used to incentivize future prize pools. So people, they're not going to be just playing for fun. They're going to be competing for money. And so that's how we intend to keep the retention high. Also, in terms of retention mechanics, we've built something kind of midway between World of Tanks and PUBG. So basically, as people play, they will improve in the game. But there is also this a little bit like of a pay-to-win approach, or like in Candy Crush, you can buy credits to play longer and to improve faster.
Okay, thank you for answering that as well. I also have a question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You said that you've launched like 2 days ago. So how is it going so far? And what kind of feedback do you guys receiving from users? Because you apparently generated the fan base way before, like 2 days ago.
Yeah, good point. So 2 days ago we kind of soft launched. So everything is all the features that we wanted for the launch are already available in the game. However, it's today in like 1 hour that we're activating all the marketing, and the marketing is related to a bunch of influencers and KOLs online that are going to talk about our project. We've increased the advertising budget. And we have planned today and tomorrow really high-profile streamers quite known in the field of Counter-Strike and Call of Duty to stream our game. We are also we did a partnership with a game publisher that is going to basically publish our game and help us generate traffic.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Guys, feel free to leave more questions.
One of the questions you asked to the previous speaker is like, who are your early supporters? So basically, among the 500K that we've already fundraised, there are people like the CEO of Republic Crypto, which is kind of an Animoca brand company like. And we also have Animoca, and we have Sébastien Borget, that is part of the round, the founder of Sandbox, and those are also people that we plan to leverage.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, it's the demo effect. It's supposed to take like 15 seconds to start playing. I don't know why it's so long. Maybe I didn't launch it on my computer for a long time, or it's the team that is actually pushing some updates before the official launch. But you have the link of the boat, Ivan. So feel free to share it in the group, and the people will be able to test it on their mobile.
Yeah, absolutely. You can share that yourself in the chat, and we'll put that.
Yeah, you're right. I just did it.
Yeah, maybe that's the internet connection, because you apparently have like weak connection. Maybe that's,
probably you might
causing the lagging and stuff.
Yeah. I'm in the Middle East right now, so it's not great.
Yeah, I get this. Can you elaborate on token use cases? So you talk about the token, how it's going to be used in this platform in Battleground.
Yeah, good point. So the way we see things is that first the game is kind of Web 2 in the sense that there's no NFTs for in-game assets. The payment within the game is using basically your credit card or your Apple Pay. So it's direct monetization. I don't like using NFT in games because it kind of limits the number of players, and it's not what you really want. And I don't want to use crypto payments by design on the game because it just adds up a lot of friction. So how do we want to make sense of the token? So the utility of the token from a user standpoint is that you're going to log this token, and depending on the number of tokens that you lock and the time that you lock it, just like a staking, you will get a yield in daily passes. And every day we will be running competition with price pools. And you're going to be able to use those daily pass to access those competition and compete for those price pools. So that's how it works on a high level.
Okay, I see now. And last question from my side. So let's talk about the token allocation. This is apparently was your last slide, or maybe a couple of those. So yeah. One thing that I've noticed that you have like a token allocation for the team, 30%. Isn't that a bit high? Because normally for the we have like total allocation for the team to be like 15-20%. For the token supply, we got 30. So
I know two things. You're probably talking about the airdrop, not the team. I think the team is 12% or 15%.
Okay.
I would never dare to put that 30%. But on the airdrop, yeah, it might sound a lot. Actually, it's a good point. I have updated that to 15%, not 30%. And I didn't update it on the deck, but I updated it on the Excel spreadsheet. And thanks for the remark. I will update it on the deck. Why 15%? Also, it might sound a lot. I don't really think, because the game in terms of user base has a huge potential. Like in a month, we got 100,000 monthly active user, and the farming season. By farming, I mean we're gonna list the token in like 4 months, and there's already 1 month that passed. So if you compute all those 4 months with the number of user, actually kind of the maximum average amount that a user can get is like 50 euro. So it's already not that much. So that's why 50%. I think 50% makes sense. in that context.
15, yes, not 50 or
Yeah, 15,
okay,
15,
gotcha.
1-5, sorry.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, that's it from my side, guys. If you have any questions left, feel free to ask them right now because the time is up apparently. Okay, so let's wrap this up. Thank you so much, Bilal, for spending your time here. It was a pleasure talking to you. Wish you best of luck with the project and the team.
Thank you very much for having me.
It was a pleasure. Yeah.
Take care.
Apparently, and if you guys want to hop in and be our next guest to our shows, feel free to fill the form for participation that I put in the chat right now, so you can fill in and be our next guest next week or so. And we also collect some feedback, so be sure to check it out as well. And yeah, all that's left for me to wish you a great weekend. Thank you for being here. See you soon.